Hello everybody, this is Attorney Sharprat again for another video today to talk a little bit about birth certificates and the issues related to them. We oftentimes receive cases from clients who are born in countries where there are no birth certificate issued at that time, or birth certificates are being issued at a later stage, or situations where plainly the birth certificate that are issued, we don't know how, if they are genuine or things like that. So, in situations where someone has not provided for a birth certificate or cannot obtain a birth certificate because a country at that time was not issuing a birth certificate, and I'm speaking here especially of countries like India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and some countries in the Middle East and Africa where there was no record of birth. So in those situations, you have to rely on what we call secondary evidence. And secondary evidence basically can be anything. But before you even reach the point of a secondary evidence, you have to basically get into proving that originally there was no birth certificate. And this is where oftentimes USCIS or even the National Visa Center will require that you provide what we call a non-availability certificate. What a non-availability certificate means is a birth certificate is not available. And once you get that, then you can rely on an affidavit of birth. You can put two affidavit of birth from people who were born around the same time or before that person. And you can put other secondary evidence like school records, ration cards, pictures, you name it. Everything that proves that date of birth. Now we have a new problem that is coming up recently because some countries have started to basically put together their record and are issuing what we call late birth certificate. While sometimes USCIS have not really caught up on this, what they are mentioning is that even if you're providing a late birth certificate, you still should provide secondary evidence. Having said that, some people are able to just provide a late birth certificate issued officially and used directly as a regular birth certificate. But our advice to always put secondary evidence if you have those situations. Now, the other problem that we see a lot of times, people try to find a shortcut and get what we call a birth certificate, which is not really a genuine one. It's issued by some authorities which are not allowed to issue such birth certificates. In those situations, we highly recommend not to file those because it might be construed as fraud, and talk to an attorney who's experienced in those situations. Like for example, we have done many cases from India and Pakistan where we can assess if the birth certificate has some validity. And if you need help on those, give us a call at 510-742-5887. Remember, it's better to provide more information rather than providing any fraudulent information because that can be used against you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode or another part of our how to guide on immigration, and anything I told you today in this video is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And this is Attorney Shaprali signing off. My phone number is 510-742-5887, and the website to check is piralilaw.com. Thank you.